We're going to go over the hand tools in the video, what you're going to need, power tools, materials, and your miscellaneous supplies that are all going to be associated with putting together all of the patch mix material process, learning how to put it in place, and how much time you have to work with it, and get most of that detail all laid out in the following video. So get excited, and I'm going to show you everything that you're going to need now to do phase number 1 of your resurfacing application with the resurfacing mixing leveling material. See you there. All right, let's get started with our list of tools, materials, and supplies. First thing you're going to want to do is get you a tarp put out before you start laying out all your materials and supplies to keep your work environment nice, neat, and clean. Next thing you're going to be breaking out are your 2 pool trowels, the 14-inch and the 22-inch. These will be your closest companions when you start putting down the patch mix. Also, you're going to need a nice little margin trowel so you can work in some of your corners. For cleanup and keeping your tools nice and neat and clean periodically, you're going to need a nice brush. You're going to need a 100-foot hose and a spray nozzle. This spray nozzle we have here is one that we prefer. It's the least expensive, but it distributes the water the best and most evenly. And of course, knee pads to help safeguard your knees while you're down. This is the mixing drill and paddle mixer. This has what we call an egg beater mixer that we prefer on the end for its attachment. That mixes it so that it doesn't get too much air in it, as well as the 100-foot extension cord. Buckets, you're going to need lots of buckets, probably 5 buckets I would recommend. This is a muck tub so that you can make and mix large volumes of material. These are your measuring tools. You're going to have a 2-gallon measuring cup as well as a 2.5 quart measuring cup. And then of course here now we have the list of materials, which is the polymeric additive. You're going to need some lime, and you're going to need some Portland cement to make this all come together nice, neat, and clean. And last but not least is what gives it the aggregate and strength is the silica sand. In this demonstration, we're going to show the volumes of the mixed material we're going to do, and so we'll spell it out here. First, the polymeric additive, we're going to mix up 10 gallons of patch mix to start out with, and you just simply measure out this formula of 1 gallon per 5-gallon of mix. In this case here, we're going to get 2 gallons of polymeric additive, and we're going to add and measure out 1.5 quarts of lime times 2. I'm so excited for you. That will be exactly what you will add to the 10 gallons of patch mix that you're going to be putting together. Once in a while you're going to run into a bag of lime that may have some chunks in it, and so we use a strainer to try to take the chunks out so that it will flow a little bit easier and will give you a little bit better consistency. Don't let the camera intimidate you.
It is intimidating though. Even without the camera.
Yeah, when I'm around?
Yeah, we're gonna need another one.
So we mix the lime next because it seems to be a little bit more sticky and it's a lot drier, has a lot more air in it. It's usually best to mix it first before we put the cement powder in with it.
Sorry, getting around. Had a lock on it.
This helps keep things wet on the bit so that it doesn't get sticky and end up building a whole bunch of product on the shank. After you've got the lime all mixed into your polymer additive, then we're going to put in the Portland cement. We measure out 1 gallon per 5-gallon mix. So in our demonstration here, it's going to be 2 total gallons of Portland cement that we'll mix in here. Then we mix those together with along with the polymeric additive and the lime for a smooth consistency. This will be good enough to show people what it looks like for consistency. Okay. Once we like how consistent and smooth the mix is at this stage, then we can go ahead and add the silica sand. In this case here, because we're doing a patch filler mix, we're using number 4095, which translated in Granusil is number 20 silica sand. It's the coarsest that they manufacture that you can get in bulk. Then you mix that also for consistency. Usually each 50-pound bag. You mix consistent and then add the next 50-pound bag.
No kidding.
And from there you're going to get the consistency that you like, and you'll add water as needed. It's just kind of a feel, and we'll kind of demonstrate here what it is we like to see in way of a patch mix that will give a good consistent flow and not too much shrinkage by adding too much water to it. Alright, now once we've got the patch mix to consistency we like, we can put it into place.
Nice.
This is just a patch filler mix that we're doing right now. We just do this to level out the spalled areas. We'll come back tomorrow and grind and finish this. You'll see and observe here in the demonstration that Zach here in this case has a 22-inch pool trowel and is putting this patch mix down and being very systematic and methodical about putting it down so that not only does it span all of the spall marks, but he cleans out the control joints as he goes along. And starting out, it's always a little bit slow because you're always, in most cases, in a corner. And when you get to the control joints, just be really precise about getting them cleaned out so that it reduces the amount of grinding that you have to do. And you don't want those to be filled because they'll always be something that'll be a lifelong problem of cracking and breaking out in the wintertime. Same methods apply here to steps.
Isn't this precious? We're working together as a family again. It's my 2 sons.
Good old days.
Just like it was back in the day. This hurts me worse than it does you, boys.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
And this is typical of what it looks like after you've put down the patch mix the next day. It's not necessary to take the patch mix over the areas of the concrete that are in good shape. And as you can see here, you get that patchy look to it where you have the exposed good side and the areas that you've patched. Unless you've got spalling, as like demonstrated here in these steps, that you need to completely fill, that's not necessary to go over the whole thing. So there you have it. Now you're ready to go to work. Put some mud down on the ground. This training should have got you all prepped, trained, and mentally and physically ready to go for you to start putting down some product. And that's what we've been looking forward to in this whole experience, is starting to apply the resurfacer. So go to it now. Have a good experience. Give us a call if you have any glitches or questions or concerns on the toll-free number that we provided for you in your PDF file. And we'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Otherwise, just have a good time. Enjoy doing this. And you've got as much knowledge as I do now. After 35 years, I told you everything I know. And so, may the force be with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next module, which we'll be coming up with here with the grinding, which is hardcore stuff. Oh my gosh! I can't wait to tell you about grinding. Until then, good luck to you doing your patching. We'll see you on the other side.